Of Sacramento saying she wanted to lead them and their city into the future. Then all of that changed about a month ago, and Maggie Krell decided to get out of that race and into that for another one. The District 6 Assembly seat being vacated by Kevin McCarty, who coincidentally now wants to lead the city of Sacramento. Maggie Krell with me now live in studio to talk about this change of lanes. Maggie, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for coming down to the studio. Now, you know, the first time when you visited our studios back in June, you were very passionate about your vision for the city of Sacramento. Now those folks who are backing you don't get to have you as their leader in moving into the future as mayor. You know, those folks that helped you max out the funding for that first reporting period. So many people are disillusioned with politics right now because they look at people who are running and say that person just wants a paycheck, a job, just wants to hold an office. They just want to be elected, any office. So it's early in election season. Why shouldn't voters doubt your sincerity considering that you've made this switch?
Thanks so much for asking that, Sincerity. It's a really important question. I was running for mayor because I wanted to continue my public service and really, make a difference in this city that I love so much. Shortly after I started running for mayor, like you said, Kevin McCarty decided to jump ship from the assembly and run for mayor, which opened the assembly seat. So I thought long and hard about it. I talked to many of my supporters, and I really felt like assembly is just the best fit for my background, for my skill set, for what I've been doing. And just to go into that a little bit, I mean, I've spent the last 20 years in the legal trenches, really using state law to protect the right to choose and to protect access to health care, using state law to take guns away from abusers, to prosecute human traffickers, to help survivors. So all of these experiences with state law helps me really understand the power of that. And I've also had a front row view to the law's shortcomings, where the law falls short of its promise, where we haven't been able to protect people. And so, this background is just a really great fit for being able to have the ability, the opportunity to actually craft laws, to actually write laws that aren't just, documents, words on a page, but really help people in their real lives.
You really got at what I was going to ask you next in terms of why this might be a better fit for your skill set. You talked about where the law hasn't been able to protect people. What's an example of that you're eager to get after if you get to the assembly?
Yeah, thanks for asking that, Sincerity. It is really about, the power of the law. And we've done a lot in California to make this a reproductive freedom state. As you know, I was chief legal counsel at Planned Parenthood for a number of years. Planned Parenthood brought me on to take on the Trump policies. And so California has been, setting up a pretty strong reproductive freedom state where patients from out of state are, safe to get services here, where our providers here are safe, where we're increasing access to healthcare at a time when, all over the country, it's really being restricted and shut down in some states. So as a state legislature, I would want to continue with that work, continue increasing access to healthcare, for one thing.
As a mayoral candidate, you talked about challenging your fellow council members, county supervisors, other elected officials to move one person out of homelessness a week. At the end of June, the current holder of the District 6 seat, Assemblyman Kevin McCarty, announced almost $49 million will be coming to the city and county of Sacramento to help fund emergency shelters and services for our unhoused neighbors. Great step, still a huge, huge problem. How do you do that verifiable one person a week working at the state level?
Well, Sincerity, I think that, at the local level, that's really where, solutions for individuals need to come from. And it has to be the city and county working together. But as a state legislature, I'll have the ability, like McCarty said, to really open up access to funding, to help fund emergency housing, to help fund affordable housing, to help our state increase the supply of housing. I also think we need to take a step back and really look at best practices. I mean, California has spent $18 billion on homelessness, and it's really been a failure so far. So I think we need to look at where we see pockets of best practices and emulate that in Sacramento and throughout our state.
So would you still keep to you in the assembly, one person per week?
I hope to be able to do a lot more than that in the assembly.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you've been lauded for your work to protect victims of sex trafficking, taking the Hero Award home from the City of Refuge in your role as Deputy Attorney General 2 weeks ago after some, let's call it, not too subtle nudging from the governor. The Public Safety Committee in the Assembly ended up passing Senator Grove's bill that would stop early release for child sex traffickers and make these crimes serious felonies. A lot of people surprised that they weren't already. Given your background, do you understand why Dems currently at the Capitol originally blocked this particular bill with the claim that it wouldn't have made any new corrective actions to laws that were already on the books?
Let me say this. I think it's essential that those who prey on children, that those who commit the crime of child sex trafficking go to prison and do their time. I was pleased to see, the leadership of the Speaker's office to reopen that committee and redo that vote so that that bill has a chance to pass. If I'm elected to the Assembly, I really want to focus more on the needs of survivors, though. I think we spend a lot of time talking about how much time the defendants should do. But this crime is really devastating for the victims. And no matter how much time the defendants do, the victims continue to suffer long-lasting impacts, post-traumatic stress disorder, other mental health disorders, a difficult time working, a difficult time finding housing. I want to see us really lead in California, more boldly to really help human trafficking survivors recover and, lead full and healthy lives.
So if you'd have been sitting in the Public Safety Assembly Committee, you would have voted yes?
I would have voted yes.
Alrighty, thank you so much. So much to talk about. We know we'll be talking to you more throughout this campaign. We have to put a pin in it there for now, but thank you for coming in studio today.
Thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Alrighty, thank you.